Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing a new news video. God, I don't even remember the last time I did a new news video. Yeah, it's been a long ass time I think. What was I gonna say? It's the 20th of November 2023 as of this recording. I'm not looking forward to Thursday too much. Got to do a thing, which isn't great for me as an autistic person, doing things, and that sometimes can be a bit more intense, depending on what I'm doing and with whom and where and all manner of other circumstances. But yeah, I mean, it's more to do with the fact that my nan, it'll be 10 years since my nan passed away, which is just fucking bonkers. On a more positive note, Doctor Who wise, obviously the Daleks, the second Doctor Who serial to have ever been broadcast from the show, will be colourised and be on iPlayer and all that. And on a more positive note, in relation to that, is that then gets released on Blu-ray and DVD and Blu-ray next year around my birthday, I think, February 2024. So that's awesome. That's good. And then obviously 25th is when the Star Beast comes out, which I'll be honest, I'm pretty fucking hyped for. I haven't read the graphic novel, but it would be cool to one day get the graphic novel to, compare the two almost, maybe that could be a cool fun video, if and when I get the graphic novel to compare the two, like what did it better, the original source material being the graphic novel, or did the adaptation with Tennant and all the 14th Doctor and Donna work better, or, I mean, I know a bit about the Star Beast because of other Doctor Who YouTubers doing things, doing like little synopses / bio profile things of it in videos, if that makes sense, or when people do like little catch-ups for what you need to know in 10-20 minute video of Doctor Who's 60th anniversary stuff. It's like they'll start with maybe recapping the Star Beast, the graphic novel. But yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, it'd be cool to do like a comparison video to say which one did it better, or which one I personally prefer, even not which one did it better. But I think as well, Yasmin Finney's character kind of comes across as like the Cindy sort of replacement, kind of maybe. But then she's also maybe been seen, or she said something about filming some stuff with Shooty, so either that for the 60th, or maybe even Yasmin Finney as Rose popped up in series series 14 and or season 1 or whatever. That's a whole new thing that might be referring to it as season 1, because classic Who 63 to 89, and then maybe modern Who, or, well, now I guess old-ish Who. I don't know, it's so weird to be, 2005 to 2022, and then like the 60th, where's that gonna go? Is that just gonna have its own thing on iPlayer and then Shooty stuff, or is that gonna be lumped in with Shooty stuff, like how Day of the Doctor is technically 50th, but is in, obviously modern Doctor Who, like how the 5 Doctors and the 3 Doctors is part of classic Doctor Who, but they're still big anniversary things. I'm also going to go through all these, well, not in detail, but zoom across these figures, just because they're laid here on the TARDIS rug in my bedroom, and yeah, basically for those of you who want to know, or are interested, whoa, nearly fell over then, fell on the floor then, that was fun. You can tell it's pretty early in the morning, my balance isn't great, well, it never is anyway. But yeah, what was I going to say? I am trading these into a place called Cosmic Toys, hopefully next year, which I can't believe 2024 don't even sound like a real year. In my mind, I'm still kind of playing catch up from like the COVID years, really. Yeah, strange. I did have 2 Scoville Blitzers Yeah, but I have to admit this is probably one of my favourite ones from the 3.75 inch range. But I don't think I need two, so hence the reason why I'm getting rid of some of these dollies and or cars even. What was I going to say? Some of them are just like the Auton duplicates, and other ones are just grimy and slimy and just a bit icky, you know. Like, but Gareth, the guy, shout out to Gareth, the guy at Cosmic Toys, he made the valid point that, like, you know, if anything has any missing bits and pieces, he won't sell them at the shop. So these should hopefully all not have bits missing and bits and pieces missing. So yeah, some of them are pops, like this guy, pop vinyls. The only one that's actually a bobblehead that I own, which is kind of ironic because I'm pretty sure they started as a bobblehead sort of thing. The thing is, and yet the funny thing is, with that Toy Biz Wonder from Wonder, I got this from Cosmic Toys, but I'm trading it back. That's kind of hilarious, kind of full circle moment for that action figure, I guess. But the thing is with the pop is that I don't know if they even sell or if they'll even take any pop vinyls out of the box, because obviously collectors, in inverted commas, pop vinyl collectors want them in boxed, but then you know, sad gits like me who don't like the boxes for pop vinyls because they're fucking ugly, or not even ugly, but like really plain and not bespoke and just really boring looking. We'll just take them out of the box, but then they're not valuable to, in inverted, collectors, pop vinyl collectors. But yeah, Grandma Connolly, an interesting one because she's actually a custom I did when I was like anywhere between 10 and 13 in my defence. And I didn't even know who the character was at the time, but I was trying to make an Evelyn Smythe from the Sixth Doctor, really early sort of Sixth Doctor monthly range stuff. But yeah, some doublers. The only one Sontaran from the modern series that hasn't, you know, the feet and the arms and the hands and the feet are still there. Some McCoys, because I've got like too many McCoys. Moff Gideon, don't really want him anymore. I've already taken some pictures of him, so don't want him anymore. One of the Knights of Ren, I got him from like Game, I think, in town for about a fiver or thereabouts. Carol, I think her name is, from The Walking Dead. Even loose, this one might fetch for quite a bit, but the head constantly falls off, and yeah. I don't mind the Walking Dead figures, or the few that I have got. It's just that the joints, they've got like really obvious pins on the back sides and on the sides even. Yeah, it's not great. Some 3.75 inch figures. I don't mind that Ice Warrior. Again, I think where the 3.75 inch figure range, its strength was in monsters, but its weakness was definitely in, like, you know, your David Tennants and humanoid characters, I think, and that. And then you got this cheeky chappy from, I want to say, Force Awakens, who is literally just there for all of 5 seconds. He's one of those blink and you'll miss it characters. 2 Laszlos, of course, because everyone needs 2 Laszlos in their life. Some Age of Steel Cyberboys, which are all grimy and slimy around the arm pieces. Arms and or hands are a bit slimy-wimey. A Star Wars ship, I think it's like a die-casty type thing. And then you've got down here Brannigan. Yeah. I mean, some of these figures, the plan is, hopefully Gareth isn't watching this video, but the plan is to like trade in, for example, like I just said with the Cybermen, the slimy, grimy ones, or like ones that are army builders, or even ones that are a one-off figure like this guy, or whoever else, trade them in and then get cleaner, better version with the accessory, maybe even, or less slimy, grimy ones at Cosmic Toys, you know, because he does, as you can kind of tell, because I'll be trading all this in there, he does take in loose figures, so, you know. But on the website, they'll be categorized as loose, you know. And if they don't come with any accessories or whatever, or even if they are in a box, he'll say what the condition of the box is, you know. And that. Yeah, this vampire dude, yeah, I don't know, I mean, yeah. And I mean, as well, because you trade stuff in to his shop, Cosmic Toys down in Dewsbury, and yes, I've clearly been paid to talk a lot about his shop. I haven't really. I actually just like the shop, and Gareth is an awesome dude. But yeah, I was gonna say a gent, but the 1920s called. They want their terminology back. But the point is that, you know, I'll trade this in, get whatever I get for it, but it's like store credit. So then I get like, I don't know, let's say 50 quid. Let's say I spend 100, then I get, you know, 50 quid off. So I've actually spent only 50 quid on whatever I want to buy at his shop. And the thing is, his shop is like a proper retro, sort of old school toy shop / collector's place. You know, it sells Star Wars Black Series, a lot of them. Doctor Who figures, both boxed and not boxed. Star Wars Black Series figures, not boxed. Vintage collection stuff from Star Wars. You know, you name it, he's probably got it. You know, he's got a massive amount of Godzilla stuff. He's got NECA horror stuff. He's got, you know, books as well. He's got Target novelizations. He's got all sorts of Doctor Who stuff, as well as other stuff too. You know, Star Wars, Back to the Future, NECA stuff again. A Peter Davison, but it's the one without celery. Although, to be fair, weirdly enough, this is probably the one that's less grimy and slimy, but I prefer the one with the celery, because, you know, he was meant to have celery, Alduar. Again, one of the best, or top tier, in my humble opinion, of the 3.75 inch figures. I just wish Character Options could just upscale this into 5 inches, or 5.5 inch figure range. That would be amazing. And look at the level of detail that they have on this scale, but just upscale it, please, and thank you. But you got some Weeping Angels. I did also have some bigger Weeping Angels, but the issue was that obviously some of the wings were missing, some of the hands were missing. You got a random Pac-Man there. You got the Ice King, but again, another pop, as well as a Capaldi pop. Again, he's a bit worse for wear, a bit grimy and a bit slimy. I do still have some Doctor Who pops. I have the 4th Doctor, the War Doctor, and the 9th Doctor, of all Doctors, as pop finals as well, I might add, which is weird, because, you know, 2 of them are going through, Matthew is saying the word trauma, a trauma of sorts, so yeah, weird. Daleks are always big sellers, even loose, because I remember a while back I traded in a bunch and I got I think I got anywhere between 50 and 80 quid trading. So yeah, I think this one's either the Resurrection or maybe even the Remembrance Supreme Dalek, but the point is that I got the newer set, the 2-pack, that I have reviewed on the channel, hopefully of this recording. I got him, or I got a newer version of him, so I was just like, fuck it, I'll get rid of the old one then. And likewise with this is the old Supreme Dalek from, I want to say, Day of the Daleks, whereas I've got the newer one, which is actually a lot nicer and a lot shinier gold colour to it, and it's more just screen accurate. You've got the Empty Child, are you my mummy, because I've got 2 of them for some strange reason, so yeah, I only really need 1 in the collection. Kanan Jarrah, as it were, because he's teeny tiny, and I would much prefer the Black Series version of him, because if you have hopefully watched my review, which quite a few people did, which is weird, because I'm not a Star Wars channel, I'm not predominantly a Star Wars Black Series channel, all Star Wars channel, full stop, but I'd rather get a 6-inch Star Wars Black Series 6-inch Star Wars Black Series Kanan Jarrus, because he would go nicely with, of course, the Ezra Bridger figure that I've got. 2 Marios, which ironically I'm going to B&M today, but I got from B&M. I didn't even realise I had 2 of these, but also I can't really do much as a, in inverted commas, toy photographer. As a person who likes taking action pictures, pretty pictures of my action figures out and about, or even indoors sometimes. You know, I can't really do much with him because he's lost his stand, and also, you know, he just falls over. So yeah, and I also don't need 2. This Mario, I don't really want anymore. So yeah, that thing we got from a thrift shop in Canada, but in like a plastic bag sort of thing. Cool couch, but for the fact that, you know, most of these figures can't sit on it unless they're this teeny tiny, which most of them aren't, although nice segue into saying Kylo Ren as a very small dude. Weird. And the figure that inspired all of these to go was actually Batgirl, or Batwoman. No, Batgirl. Not a great figure in my opinion. Yeah, I bought it from Canada, so I don't know if I hopefully got it a bit cheaper-ish, cheaper-ish, but yeah, that was the thing that I regretted buying. Although on the flip side, I did also buy the Cassian Andor figure from the show Andor, and he is like, you know, top tier, really good figure. Batgirl not so much, so yeah, that's why I'm getting rid of her. Yep, Rose from a blind bag, didn't know it was going to be Rose. Matt Smith with a Stetson, random Roman dude. Finally getting rid of this guy, massive chunky boy, Halo Reach dude. Don't even really remember where I got him from, but I want to say, if I had to hazard a guess, Forbidden Planet. Because like before knowing of Gareth's place, Cosmic Toys, most of the figures that I get are either from prior to Cosmic Toys, Forbidden Planet, B&M, or HMV. Yep, this little pickle freak. Again, another mystery box thing. Harley Quinn in the original sort of Jester outfit. I think she is from it's from maybe one of those 2p machines of all things. But yeah, random Dune Trooper. I've already got 2 still in the toy box, as it were. So yeah, gonna randomly go over to the toy shelf, action figure shelf thing. Yeah, and words. Yeah, there you go. There's not Kanan, there's Kanan Jarrus. Pardon me, Ezra Bridger, even. The only Jedi Knight, in inverted commas, that I've got in the collection, which is kind of funny, really. Considering that I should probably have more. But yeah, Mix Mayfeld I got from HMV, bargain, $9.99 for that guy. I mean, I'd have been willing to pay 20 quid. Yeah, I mean, the amount of accessories you get like what, 5 guns altogether? You get two in his hands, 2 in the holsters, and then that backpack one, and it just does look like Bill Burr. It's insane is how good it looks, you know. And then you've got, yeah, Cassian Andor right next to him, because they're kind of scummy bounty hunter-y type folk, I guess. Well, he's more of a rebel, he's more of a bad guy, I guess, kind of maybe sort of. But yeah, weird. Most of, as I always say in these videos, most of my Star Wars Black Series collection, for lack of a better term, consists of bounty hunters as opposed to anyone else. I mean, I've got a few Imperial dudes, I guess. I've got the Stormtrooper, the newest one, which is just like 10 out of 10, amazing figure. You've got the hover tank, Imperial hover tank driver, and then you've also got Admiral Thrawn, who I've also done a review of, and did decent numbers, weirdly enough. Again, very strange that I did 2 Star Wars action figure reviews back to back, and then they did pretty goddamn well on the channel. In my mind, I mean, granted, I did kind of, I wanted those figures, so that was a plus, but I did kind of review them partly on the back of hopefully the hype train of you know, Ahsoka. I was hoping it like boost those videos into the algorithm, as it were. See, I'm not just a pretty face. Disgusting. Yeah, I'm kind of showing you slash pointing in this general direction of Doctor Who memorabilia. Ugh, I hate that word. Merchandise slash tap, for lack of a better term, because part of me, I'm having a bit of a weird, for lack of a better term, and it sounds such a white middle-aged white person problem to say. Existential crisis. Bloody hell, that's a big word. And especially before 7 o'clock in the morning, to say, but weird. Like, I'm so confused what to do with the Doctor Who collection, as it were, as is. Physical media-wise, because obviously, if you remember, because of the whole Whoniverse thing, all of classic Doctor Who's on iPlayer now, so do I just get rid of these DVDs? Do I keep them? Do I upgrade them to the Blu-ray collection sets? But can I even get Blu-ray collection sets anymore? Like, the really bespoke ones with the Lee Binding artwork, which is just to die for? I mean, I have season 12 on Blu-ray, and that's it. Like, it's weird. It's like, I have Doctor Who on VHS, I have it on DVD, and I have it on Blu-ray, and I have the Target novelizations, or a few of the modern ones, and a couple of the old ones too. So it's like, what the do I do? Like, do you know what I mean? Because then you can guarantee if I get rid of all of classic Doctor Who DVDs, then they're gonna probably get rid of the iPlayer stuff, you know. But the iPlayer stuff also even includes the animations, so do I still keep getting the animations or not? You know, but the animations come with all the bonus features, but then also all the bonus features on the DVDs are kind of outdated now, you know, and are included with the Blu-rays, whether you get the standard Blu-ray of Season 12 or you get the really bespoke collector's edition of Season 12, you know? And then all of modern Doctor Who's on iPlayer, so do I just get rid of the modern Doctor Who box sets, you know? Because where modern Doctor Who's concerned, I'm still missing the last 3 stories of Jodie's run. I'm missing Legend of the Sea Devils, Eve of the Daleks, Legend of the Sea Devils, which came in a 2-pack, which is just fucking weird and annoying, in my humble opinion, because then Power of the Doctor is just a random separate release, whereas why wouldn't it have just made more sense to release all 3 of them in a 3-pack? Kind of like the Specials box set, you know, like back then, you had Next Doctor, Planet of the Dead, Waters of Mars, and End of Time Part 1 and 2. It wouldn't have been that hard to just wait until after Jodie's Power of the Doctor and released early 2023, January or February 2023, release the Specials box set, and then have Eve of the Daleks, Legend of the Sea Devils, and Power of the Doctor in there all as one. I mean, granted, Power of the Doctor is also already $9.99, and I assume that the 2-pack is also like, I don't know, $5.99 or $9.99. But the point is as well, it's like you are literally just getting the episodes on a disc and with barely any bonus content, you know. Whereas with like the 60th stuff, at least that's coming with a shit ton of bonus content, you know, because I think Russell knows what fans want, or what diehard fans want, and fans who are willing to, for lack of a better term, shell out, or just pay money to buy the physical content, and that we don't just want the episodes, but we want all of the extra goodies, as it were. Whereas like sort of series, I'd say sort of series 6 onwards, sort of series, maybe even series 7 onwards, I'd say series 8 sort of onwards, Capaldi's first series, box set wise, through to Whittaker, the special features are just non-existent, in my humble opinion. I mean, the 50th anniversary limited edition is great, but as I say, like that is the only way still, which is just fucking bonkers. Why this isn't on iPlayer is beyond me, but the 5-ish Doctors you can only watch, I think, probably in low res on YouTube, probably somewhere, or maybe 720p in HD, but also with this box set, you know, the Moment box set thing, you know, it's on here, you know, But yeah, but it's also probably on the 50th Steelbook, and that's another thing. There are Steelbooks now, even though I'm never going to get a Steelbook, I don't think, because I don't see the point. Ironically, they're called Steelbooks, yeah, yet they're more likely to be damaged by you breathing on them, than say a VHS tape or even a DVD. I remember falling down the steps once with a copy of Genesis of the Daleks on my person to run downstairs to watch that six-parter before school or some bollocks because I was a cool kid. but uh, but I fell down the steps, as I say, with the copy of Genesis of the Daleks, and it's still fine. I mean, the hinge is obviously quite damaged, but like, it still works. Whereas, as I say, a steelbook, you do that with that, and that's it. You've wasted 80 quid or 50, 80, maybe even £100 on a fucking steelbook, which comes with like what? A poster, I've also got a few bits and pieces of extra tat/guff, which I don't think I will get, even if I were hypothetically to get rid of Classic Who on DVD, even though I've got 6 out of 26 of the seasons. So it's like, I'm nearly there, dude. Kinda, maybe, sort of, but I've got the TV movie on Blu-ray, so I won't get rid of that, I guess. I've recently obviously got Doctor Who Am I, the Doctor Who, the Tom Baker years DVD thing, and then I've got Scream of the Shalka. Scream of the Shalkas, so, I've got a little bit of expanded media stuff, or like weird wilderness years guff, I guess. Which is weird because, again, I would have thought with this whole BBC acquisition, or like Whoniverse acquisition thing, that's what the idea is, that eventually they'll add more of the sort of random tat, like adverts and stuff like Curse of the Fatal Death, or the Tom Baker advert for the computers or whatever, that sort of stuff. But yeah, I think I've rambled on long enough, so yeah. Thanks for watching. Please do comment, rate and subscribe to the channel.